Hey everyone, Sophia here at GDC in San Francisco. I'm joined by Nick Ricks from TT Games, here to talk about LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. So, tell us about LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean.
LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean tells the story of all three of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, as well as the new film on Stranger Tides, and it's coming out in May. It's been a real privilege working with Disney on LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, they obviously understand children's games and children's properties, almost better than none, and so they've made a significant contribution. So in the game, we've been able to try to understand what makes a pirate's adventure different to some of the other types of adventures, and then once we've distilled that concept, we then project that through the prism of LEGO to create an incredible and dynamic, evolving environment in which young gamers and everyone can play and experience the stories from the movies. The characters' abilities in Pirates of the Caribbean are obviously suitably nautical. So the game is all about journeying or traveling out on the high seas and buccaneering. So you can do all kinds of incredible things like climbing the rigging, walking the planks, swinging from yard arms, all these things that you expect pirates to be doing, firing their flintlock pistols, dueling with their cutlasses. All these basically add up to what we like to think is a kind of more expanded platforming elements to the game, while still built in the framework of familiarity of a LEGO game. So one of the ways we've tried to adapt and expand the game is by taking another look at the platforming sides of the game. So in the films, we've always seen Jack Sparrow and Will dueling high up in the masts, and seem to be so agile and so dexterously leaping from one mast to another. And so we've recreated that with the ability to kind of walk the plank. So you have these LEGO planks which allow the player to securely attach themselves onto these high perilous beams and duel back and forth, clashing their cutlasses, but still securely be able to jump and feel empowered whilst they're doing it. One of the key points to the films is obviously the curses that permeate through each of the stories. You've got the Gold of Cortez, which has doomed the crew of the Black Pearl to an eternal life of torment, and naturally we tap into that kind of very vivid and exciting universe in the game. So one of my particular favourites is the crew of the Flying Dutchman. So they're told that they have to serve a century before the mast, and they literally become part of the ship and part of the crew. That gives them the ability to kind of merge and blend into the scenery. They can actually just disappear from one part of the ship and then merge in another. It's so beautifully realised and all obviously created in LEGO, and it's very, very spooky and it's atmospheric. Okay, so the 3DS version, we're particularly proud of, because if for the first time in a long time, it's given us the ability to take the assets from the console version and build a handheld experience based around them. So we've got the ability to use real-time lighting and cast lanterns and banish the LEGO coral. But obviously, clearly, the most important part is the 3D. The 3DS version allows us for the first time to take next-gen console assets and use them on a handheld device to create an incredibly immersive and vibrant handheld experience. So we've got textures, characters, animations, even whole locations ported directly from the console onto the device. We can use the 3D to help signpost the areas that we want the player to take note of. So, for example, all the LEGO coins that are collected, they fly out and literally into the players' faces, so they're aware of where they go and where they're coming from. If there are progressional elements that we need to illustrate, again, we can use the 3D to help convey that and make sure that the player understands where they need to go and what they have to do. So the game's going to come out in May along with the film, and it's coming out on 360, PS3, PSP, PC, and 3DS, DS, and Wii.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.